afternoon, my gabbers, and thank you for tuning in to Deb Chanel's 48's World. I'm here today with my lovely daughter. We're going to be
Hi.
doing a review on the next 15, season 1, episode 1, called Second Chance at First Impressions. And here we go. First, I'm going to introduce to you the panel of recipients of this show. Carlos King is actually the producer, and he enlisted Camaro, Jennifer Williams, Benzino, Laura Gavan, Tiffany
Gavan.
Gavan,
Mhm.
Laura Gavan, Tiffany Pollard, and Claudia Jordan. Okay, as we all know, Jennifer Williams as well as Laura Gavan was a part of the Basketball Wives of LA, and Shawnee, what's her last name?
I thought it was Shawnee Williams.
It was okay, Shawnee Williams.
Let
But
me
she was married to Shaq, wasn't she?
let me look that up.
Oh, you gotta look it up. But
No,
everybody know who she was. She
I
was
don't want to
Shaq's
give out
wife,
false
who
information.
took that ain't false information. Shaq, the football, I mean the basketball player.
Look, you was about to call.
Well, you know I'm not into sports like that, but she was the wife of basketball player Shaq, and awesome woman because she saved half that money he was giving her that he thought was she was putting on her, but she was packing back. So I like that, Shawnee. But anyway, those two participants in the show or the next 15 was Laura Gavan and Jennifer Williams. Then you had Tiffany Pollard, which we knew her as in I Love New York and Flavor Flav show seasons 1 and 2.
Oops, my bad. It's Shiny O'Neal.
Thank you, Shaq O'Neal. See, she on some Williams. Anyway, um, yes, we loved ourselves from New York, and she was the baddest itch coming to reality show, being the first African American showing off in that ghetto type way that they always felt that black women displayed, which is definitely not true. It's very stereotypical and downright not true, like I said. But she's back on the show or this new show, and I think he should have Carlos King should have put her at point guard, to take us into a winning season. But she's just added to the flavor. But I'm pretty sure she's gonna take over the show. That's just me, chiming in. And then you have Claudia Jordan. I don't really know much about her. I know she came from LA. She was married to some basketball player as well, maybe football.
When was she married?
She was married. I couldn't tell you about who because it's just not um, impressing upon me to do research. But anyway, she told us he was, a bad fella, cheated and all that stuff. So ain't no just looking up a cheater. He wasn't somebody that they just couldn't get along. They mutually agreed to just dissolve their marriage. But like I said, not really relevant or important. But whatever she did, and I think she was a part of some talk shows or radio host shows in LA. I think Jamie Foxx had on his show. Can't remember who else, but anyway, she came down here in Atlanta. Got to start with the Ricky Smiley show, and then she had a chance to come on to the Real Housewives of Atlanta as a friend. I think with
Demetria. I thought she
Demetria.
was actually part of the cast.
They were between Demetria. What's her name? McKinney.
If you know her from the House of Pain.
Yeah, I think it was Demetri McKinney, but she's engaged now to Mr. Bob, Rob Bob, whoever. He's some kind of producer as well, but here in Atlanta, or half here in Atlanta, half in LA. But they both were because they really need both of them. And I think they was trying to figure out between the two who would have the best mixture to light up the screen for Atlanta Housewives and bring some different type of flavor to it, I'm sure. But anyway, she was a guest host, lasted 1 season, um, pretty much to try to start mess and um, up the show ante, try to bring it back to life because it was on resuscitation.
But we all know she was not going to get Nene Leaks off her high horse.
No, no.
That's why they end up firing her.
Well, she didn't bring too much to the show. I mean, she was an extra.
Let's not go to who don't bring too much to the show. I'd rather send her than Cynthia on this show.
Okay, but that's another one we got to review. We're sticking at the
I'm just saying.
See how she getting hyped? She's just changing shows, sitcom shows on us, reality shows.
You said
and she's in another whole form.
No.
Calm down.
She brought way more than Cynthia Bailey.
Well, hey, both of them was tit for tat. I could do without either one of them. They didn't bring nothing for me. Still don't bring nothing for me. They still are. Cause look at her. She's sitting on the beach.
You said you went. Oh, you better talk.
I'm back on it. She's sitting on the beach at the first start of the show, trying to introduce us to this idea that she says she formulated. And Carlos King comes on the beach, and he's dressed like he's ready to go to a movie or a late dinner, or drinks, or going to a comedy club or something. And I'm like, what God doing? I mean, was she doing a photo shoot that she had to do for a magazine or something? Because it all felt like it was just set around her coming out with a new prospect of a business offer that she wanted to share with Carlos King and see could they make it into fruition. I just didn't understand it. I didn't understand it. Sitting on the beach and getting cold like that. When you by the water, when the sun go down, you cold. Somebody should be giving her a blanket or something.
Well, whoever did the writing of the different scenes, that's who need to be talked to.
I'm trying to tell you, because it started off, I'm like, what? Okay, I'm finna go to sleep, because I'm trying to figure out, are we doing a spread for a commercial for swimwear, or I just didn't know, because she wasn't selling no sand. I didn't know where she was going with it, and the hair wasn't on fleek. I mean, from previous.
No, you did. What wasn't it on?
Fleek. That's what y'all say to new people. But anyway, I mean, the past reviews that I got listening to other YouTubers that were trying to give their reviews, they were saying, she was snatched, she looked good, this, that, and that. Even in her confessionals, I'm like, she looked at okay. She still looked like that basic female. I didn't see any, ooh la la, or like a Saks Fifth Avenue type look. Something. She still looked very basic to me. I mean, because I kind of liked her little simple wardrobe that she was giving us in the Housewives of Atlanta. And to me, she was doing the same, in this first episode that they're showing us. Just basic. Cute, basic, but, nothing glamorous. I mean, Gloria Gavan looked at more...
well, she's into fashion.
Well, I'm just saying, she looked at more giving me the sassy, classy, we got it on Rio de Janeiro Drive.
Okay.
That kind of high class Beverly Hills look. She gave me that. Could have been in a fashion magazine in some of her little outfits, but not in Claudia's confession or anything. I just don't know why people are hyping her up so much when she's pretty much a basic woman, and I have no doubt that she is intelligent. She's went to school. But she's giving me all basic, and she's supposed to be like the key cornerstone in this reality show or group they're trying to get together to do like a talk show.
Basically, like, reviews. A talk show panel type thing. Like, if you've seen The View or The Real, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
But for
I don't think I see her doing it. Just getting in arguments.
I'm
just saying.
Claudia.
Yeah, with all of her cast except for the men.
Well, it started off. The show actually started off with her and Jennifer going back and forth.
Yeah, and I'm like, for what? Both of y'all are basic women. Basic. I mean, both of y'all have been in the radio talk show, segment. I watched Jennifer when she was doing her little thing on her little Just Saying promo show. I don't know what it was.
Her co-host had more energy than
That's what I'm saying. So I'm like, I didn't. But anyway, I don't see what the look's gonna be. It's not impressing me. But like I said, I think New York is really gonna bring it, and she's gonna light up the make the ratings go up. She's gonna capture most of the viewers' hearts, and that's who they're gonna want to see. And poor Claudia is just like she's gonna be thrown back to the wayside again, or in the what do you call the shadows.
And it was some of what her idea.
Yeah, her idea being taken over by Carlos King and the Queen of Ratchet. You gotta love her. New York, because she gives you what you're wanting, which is entertainment. And she's not a dumb woman. People think she's not intelligent, but she is in her own little way. Then you have this Camaro. He's
we're just gonna call him
A journalist. Well, I'm just trying to give him a little feedback where they coming from.
No, we're just gonna call him Philly K.
I don't know who he is. I really don't. You know, he said he was on this reality show.
Real
I'm guessing
World.
Real World. It's kind of similar like Big Brother. Didn't ever get it. Never really looked to pay too much attention to it because it's just like people in a house having different attitudes, come from different backgrounds, financially as you know,
Well, they're
as
just
a
living.
cultural.
They're just living together.
Right. And I mean, again, you need ratchetness for any show like this to survive. And what's that show with them women and the guys was in New Jersey?
Oh, Jersey Shore.
Yeah, the Jersey Shore, they gave me everything. You know what I'm saying? Gave me everything. You had the party group, you had the sensitive group, you had the group that wanted to be a couple, start a relationship. It just had so many dynamics to that show. But then they started acting like their age and being very experimental, very what do you call it? Um free spirited, just giving me everything, that life you want out of life, and you can experience it through television form. But he's supposed to be the first gay black African American outed, or he outed himself to the world through this form.
Oh yeah, and
And
they called him a racist because he had certain things to say about white people.
yeah,
Well, Caucasian.
and like I said, I didn't catch the show. I don't know. He was just being passionate. I'm pretty sure about him being in a society that already don't look at gays of being something that they should be taking part of, and then black as another one in America, a black man. So he was fighting two social issues of injusticeness. Um, that's pretty much about him. He's cute. He dressed real well, very dressed, real nice. Benzino, what is just you could say about him? But the obvious, he's short.
And he looks like a turtle.
I think he looks cute in his own little way. He do, but he's short. I mean, he about as short as he's shorter than Kevin Hart, isn't he? Or they go tit for tat.
I don't know, cause what you see on camera, they could add a little more height and they can drop a little height. So,
But
I
I'm
don't
just
know.
saying, if I seen both of them, they definitely look short compared to their colleagues when they're standing next to him. Because it made me think I'm 5'2", so I think I'm a little taller than him. So he might be 5 feet or four something. It just didn't have a good look on him when he's having him up like he's in a lineup, in jail when they want you to pick out the assailant or whatever, and all these folks towering over him. That just wasn't a good look. What was Carlo thinking? Oh, but anyway, Benzino, he's basically known for Love and Hip Hop Atlanta.
No, and
Um,
Source, he did something with
that,
Source
but it
magazine.
went out of business. I don't know what happened, so we didn't even go that far.
Well,
Mike,
now he's the president.
he was really Stevie J's sidekick. That's how I remember him, and he's best remembered by pretty much because ugh. And then okay, we talked, and I think it was about everybody on the show. So that's the main thing of the show, the introduction of what they were trying to do, who actually came up with the idea, who took the idea and added a little more flavor to it, and it goes into several scenes of them, talking about one another. Had a focus group come out to let them evaluate them on what they knew about them and how they felt about them being in the public eye. Not necessarily on they show that they were on, but just how the media kept up
Portrayed
with
him.
them. Yeah, on Twitter, any social media that something might have popped off and it was on news or something was going on being said negatively about them through the form of Facebook, Instagram, our social media outlets. And one thing one the group kind of focused on when they were talking about Claudia Jordan was she looked like a drag queen on steroids. She slept with a lot of men. She's on the come up. Says she looks like well, again, it look like a man, seems artificial to me. Now some of that seemed to me I can agree with. I can't agree with her looking like a man.
No, I can't. I don't. She
You
don't.
said talking like a
Yeah,
man.
like for real. If you really listen to her on Housewives of Atlanta to now, even on the Ricky Smiley show, she sounds like her voice got deeper.
She could have had a cold.
Okay, well, we'll see with these next episodes coming up. Did she have a cold this long?
Well, I hope her dressing skills get better because she had on this long tuxedo type wearing outfit. And I'm like, what she got on? And I'm, listening to, like I said, my fellow YouTubers, and they were like, she was killing it. She was slaying. Like, was I looking at the same reality show? You know? Anyway, that's what the main focus is. Like this one young lady was talking about it, and I kind of feel she was on point with the artificial side because I didn't really get one point. Even when she was on the show of Housewives, and she was saying she was always picked at because she was biracial, and she didn't really feel that her mother was always there for her, and she was always seen to be picked on because people didn't know if she was white or black, and just a lot of stuff that most kids do get teased about. But I don't think my child ever did, and she about as light as Claudia. That she never get teased about. I mean, it kind of when I was with some of my girlfriends or family members that were a lot lighter than I was, they automatically assumed by the lightness that was their child. And then when she would come to me or call me mommy, people be looking like, what? Then they had to do a double take. Then they'd be like, oh, okay, I can see you in her eyes. Or when she wasn't wearing glasses, they didn't make that connection. But when she started wearing glasses a lot and they saw us together, then they could see. But just that first glance, they'll always consider or assume that the lighter person that I'm with has to be the mother. I don't know why they get that, perception, but I've had that happen to us before. And her father's light skinned, so it is what it is. I didn't get upset about it, and then I just kind of like seeing them make a fool out of themselves when they had to come back and say, "Oh yeah, I'm the dark skinned one, but yeah, that's my baby." Okay. Anyway, then we go to Camaro.
I told you, Philly K.
What Philly K? They had some comments about him saying, yes, he seems to be nice looking.
Bring to the
he's
table.
A man, but yeah, what does he offer us as consumers of watching the show that he's on? What does he have other than being emotionally upset about being a black man here in America and having that struggle, and then coming out knowing that you should be liking women, but you like men, and you don't want people to down you or feel some certain kind of way towards negativity about it. So I'm like, okay, I'm with them too. What else can you bring me? Do you debate a lot?
Maybe he's very outspoken.
What are your strengths? What are your weaknesses? Yeah, but I mean, is that ratchet? I mean, are you going to be showing us the different caliber of men you date? I mean, do you have the same financial portfolio as, the gentleman that you choose to date? I mean, what kind of culture? I mean, what are you going to show us from this show other than probably from some clips that I saw that's coming up in future episodes, that you're trying to be a very good father and you're trying to set that standard of this is how a black man is supposed to act in European society? I mean, I don't know. What are you gonna bring me? Well,
it's just like Benzino. What is he gonna bring to the table?
Okay, we're gonna get to him, which we're gonna go on and get off Camaro because we still in a question mark with him because we don't know. If you say that one more time, so I'm gonna push you off camera.
Philly.
See, she didn't believe me. But then we go to Benzino, and somebody said he looks like a bobblehead. Like one of the little shaky little toys that you put
basically
on your
he don't have a neck.
Well, not necessarily. You have to have a neck. A bobblehead have a neck.
No, it's like
bobbleheads do have necks. No. But anyway, they were just saying he's a hot mess. He's too emotional. He's not attractive. Da 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 da. Well, in his defense, yes, he's short, and sometimes people don't look at the short person as the more flavorful, manly type man. But I mean, come on, he's cute in his own little way. He's somewhat intelligent because he did have his own business prior.
But he went bankrupt. Like you said, Ratchet makes reality TV.
Yeah, but
What?
even with his ratchetness, he still has to have somebody to target. Who would he target on this show?
What do you mean on this show? He don't really have nobody
That's
target.
what I'm
Because if
saying.
he
So
get into
what
it
is
with a
he going?
female,
Okay, well it seems like from future clips, he's supposed to get into it with his so-called fiance about their child and why he have to leave because he has to go make money. I mean, isn't that the man thing to do? And that has no cultural boundaries. That's just what a man's supposed to do. You go out there and provide. But it's just like, what is he gonna give us on the show? Because we're not looking at him to. Well, I see in another clip, future tense, Jennifer's supposed to be trying to sing. And I'm like, no, ma'am. No, ma'am. Cut it. Cut it. Take zero. No more go. But, I mean, again, I don't know what he's going to bring. That's a question mark. Also, or just trying to revive. I think the show is all about reviving their careers as well. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Jennifer Williams, they did, a consensus of her um, personality within the focus group when they came up with she has fake contacts, voice is very annoying, didn't pronunciate enough to understand what she was saying within her sentences. She's a pushover, she's really robotic, nothing natural acting about her, and she's bougie. What did you think? Did they get her on point with that?
And her thing mostly, she just didn't have a voice on
I think
basketball.
she did have a voice. She
Basketball.
just probably thought she was gonna get beat up. Cause
That's
she
what I'm
was with
saying.
some heavy hitters now. You
She
had
didn't have
Tammy.
a voice as far as confrontation.
No, I think she was just scared. Period.
No,
because
you still don't let nobody talk to you out the side of their neck. I don't care.
well, I mean, I don't know, girl. Maybe
like,
that boy,
you don't
not
know
boy,
me.
that man used to beat on her. Eric
And
Williams.
and that's another thing
Ain't
they
that
brought.
Eric? Is it Eric?
I don't know.
Okay.
But that was another thing they brought up. Why? What did you see in him?
Well, I mean, she said the Beauty and the Beast.
But she said,
well, you know what they saw in him now. All of them were.
No, but as in physical appearance, like
no, that didn't you hear what they said?
I said the Observer said.
No, I ain't talking about the Observer,
okay,
but just when we were talking about when Shawnee Basketball Wives had first started, and they were just playing around with the basketball wives or divorce wives of basketball players in the industry or in the entertainment business. They were saying that they didn't necessarily go for their looks; they went for their bank accounts.
And that's what she said in her confessional.
That's right. And
they
never had any kids either.
Well endowed.
And that was good. That was good. That's a good move right there. I don't know if they tried or attempted it or what, but I think he was physically abusive to her. I know he was mentally.
Yeah, when he threw that drink in her face.
But no, just how he used to talk to her. You remember in some of them episodes?
That's been so long ago.
I know, but so I could see her being a little standoffish because she probably had her voice taken from her from being in that marriage. And Tammy was loud with stuff and very abrasive. And hey, you mess with Evelyn, she can go street on you too. So when you having a mixture of those type of women who are very outspoken and really would get down to the nitty gritty if they had to, they would come for her, and I guess she just didn't feel like putting herself in that type of light.
Well, she even said that. Do you want me to be all up on the table, shouting, screaming?
Yes, that's what we want. That's called entertainment. You ain't got to put your hands on nobody. You ain't got to throw bottles like Evelyn.
Then that ain't entertainment.
But if that's
like
her,
they're crazy, ratchetness.
No, but I know I'm saying. Tammy gave me life.
And what she do?
She didn't throw no bottles.
Oh, yes, she did.
That was Evelyn.
No, she did when they was in the club. It was her and Jennifer and and another person. She actually did throw a bottle because she was like, "Did she just throw a bottle at me?"
Well, she said when you get in her space, you're threatening her, and then we start doing that hand gestures.
Well, that was the biggest one.
Pay attention. Don't get in somebody's space now. It's a certain degree or what do you call it?
Just don't get in my personal space. You don't need to be all up in my face talking this and that because you
I
will
just don't
get
know.
snatched
It's a
up.
dimension they mentioned though, but yeah, just
3 feet?
don't get too. I mean, I guess it would be 2 feet would be a good spread where we can have a adult conversation and we can still hear each other and still be polite where we don't get loud where other people can hear. So about 2 feet, 2 feet, I think. But I think they got her. I think she's just like a fake baby Barbie doll who happens to be African American. But I think in her mind she lives the world of a European woman. Um, and she ought to coordinate better with that dog and his clothes, cause he's not an ugly dog. He's a chihuahua. What is he?
I don't know, but we need to get on to Laura Govan.
Okay. But anyway, I think they hit her on point with that. But yes, we want her to be as ratchet as she possibly can, other than physically contacting someone, like
Well,
hitting
maybe
them.
that's just not her
But I'm just
personality.
saying, if it had to come to that, you know, we don't want to see that side of her going upside somebody's head or, jumping on somebody's back. She can get on the table all day long, and I find it, very entertaining. I would, really would. Yeah, stand on the table, honey, cross over, do whatever. Give me something to chuckle about. You give me entertainment, you get paychecks. I think it works out. But okay, Laura Gavon, they were the focus group was getting on her about her gaining so much weight, weight issues. They said she was a real down to earth person. She could float between two worlds, being she can be with a bunch of guys and being like the center of attention, but they just look at her as a female, one of their female
Friend.
companion friends. Then she can float in the world with women and have conversations. But she's the type to me like she's no nonsense. She don't like to get into a lot of girly stuff, but
Mm-hmm.
she just wants you to have a backbone, a voice, stand up for yourself. I totally agree with her. I like her. She has great taste with clothing. So we'll see what she brings. But they also said that she's not married, but she has all these kids running
And
around.
that was that lady who had opinion about everybody.
Yeah, and they're just trying to find out the ins and out of her relationships. Like I say, and me and my daughter both go back and forth with it. They tape all this the show, and then they go and edit it and put pieces together, and they
Mm-hmm.
don't really give you enough background information to formulate a good opinion about that particular character that they're playing, other than finding out like the focus group had said that she was acting like a hoe. But little did we know, all those kids that's running around is by the same man.
Boo, yeah.
So should she be fornicating and reprocreating the earth? Yeah, in a biblical sense, she should be married, but I don't know whatever came of him not wanting to marry her but wanting to have babies by her. So it is what it is. But I think they were a little off with her because the weight gain was because of the babies. Her having babies back to back. So she never really could get a true average of her weight because she stayed pregnant the majority of the time on reality TV. So, and then the last one, well, they didn't do a actual focus on him, but I did my own little focus on him. That was Carlos King. And he was thinking that the whole concept with having the focus group evaluate the
TV,
TV
reality,
personalities,
yeah.
yeah, reality show people versus them um, reviewing the focus group. And it was just human nature going around. It was nothing epic about that. And he thought it was just such a grand idea that he introduced to the world. Where I'm like, we do it on an everyday basis. If you're going outside and you see somebody in the street and they wearing clothes that you don't think is appropriate for the weather that you're experiencing in that morning time, atmosphere, you're gonna think in your mind you're gonna be evaluating them from head to toe. Like, well, what's wrong with them? What's wrong with that fool? Whatever. So just by human nature, we're going to evaluate and rip up a person from head to toe whenever we get a chance. You didn't need to show us well, okay, we're gonna have this focus group come in and evaluate them and see what they can work on better to better have a successful career in reality shows, and they can take that feedback for the positive and the negative and grow from it. But to let celebrities, we're just still
Basically,
human beings.
critique
Yeah,
each other.
it's
Basically,
like what we're doing here. That's just human nature, and it's something we're going to do on a daily basis, whether we're recognizing it or not. So I just want to say, Carlos King, hopefully this show will turn out to be better, because I'm like, honey, what you did on LA Divas, that was a hot mess, and I was so glad when it went off, because I couldn't take it. I couldn't take it. It was just too much. It was all over the place, and that was a hot mess. Is what I'm trying. You're trying to bring in somebody saying they homeless, and I've been in the industry game for I don't know how many upteen years, and they still not successful. They being homeless, and showing all that mess, and then showing that they finally get a grand idea to produce a show written and produced by blacks. Then you showing this negative side where they can't comprehend one another about even getting the pilot sold to a major distributing company, without having, backlashes from the cast that were in it, and, what kind of coins they were going to get from it. So you just really, just it all was just in a negative site and setting. And I was kind of disappointed. But like I said, I was glad that show canceled and didn't come back either. But I think it came back a second season, but that's pretty much was it. It was done for. Fork put in it, done. Well done. So I hopefully this show will transform a lot of careers that have went sour. Especially I look forward to looking for Tiffany Pollard, New York. Oh, I didn't include her, did I? But we kind of talked about New York.
But I said, but she didn't get seen in the focus group.
Yeah, that's right. She didn't get seen in the focus group, because I think they would have known who she was, and they'd be like, "Where's she at? Yeah, she need to be the focus of this whole TV show. Put her on, because it's gonna generate followers, and people are gonna be tuning in, because that's really who they want to see. If you really have to sit and evaluate each one that's on the panel or the talk show, you won't have a good formula. You really don't. So I'm glad you did throw a curveball in, because we don't want this second impression to be their last impression for real. Meaning no ratings come in, meaning no show, because that's what pays the bills, ratings. So I mean, that's all I got. I'm looking forward to the next 15 episode 2. Seems to be promising me everything, because New York seems like she's on a very big rant. And I'm here for it. I'm here for it. You got anything else?
Nope.
Okay, loves. I'll see y'all next review. I think it will be
next Monday.
Yeah, next Monday.
When do it really come on? What time? Anybody know what time?
I don't know. We gotta research that.
So that's basically when she'll come back with a review.
It'll be next week, because I know it don't come in. It don't come, like 2 times within the same week. So we'll be looking forward. When I catch it, I get a chance to review it, put my little spin on it. I'll bring it back to you. All right. But in the meantime, stay focused, stay vigilant, stay true to yourself, and give yourself some love, and people around you, give them some love, okay? Thank you. Love you. Bye-bye. Poor her.